With Gotham Knights scheduled to drop in just 2 days, the excitement within the community is starting to outweigh more the negative aspects of the game. Now, most of us have already pre-ordered our Gotham Knights, and some of us are just waiting in the sideline, waiting to see whether they should buy this game or not. And with the embargo for the reviews lifting tomorrow, a lot of people will finally make that choice and either pull the trigger and buy the game or just simply pass up on the game. But reviews are already starting to pop up all over the internet. Now, if you haven't realized, some people have gotten the game up to like a week early in advance. And no, they're not no special content creators or anything. GameStop just somehow sent the copy of Gotham Knights to certain individuals early by mistake. Now, the group of people that got the copy of Gotham Knights have been playing the game for days now. And they're now starting to post their thoughts and reviews for the game. And trust me, guys, it's looking really good. So before we go into it and break it down, please like this video, subscribe, hit that bell notification button to stay updated with all things Gotham Knights. With that out of the way, let's get right into it. Now, a Reddit user by the name of Almar Hubby posted this 2 days ago with the title, "My Impressions After 10 Hours. He goes on to say, "Hi everyone, these are my impressions of Gotham Knights so far." Don't worry guys, we will not talk about spoilers on this one, by the way. So I'm 10 hours in and I'm still enjoying the game. When I started exploring new locations in the city, the frame dips increased, which started to annoy me. But they did release update 1.003 yesterday, and the game feels much smoother and stable right now. Even controls are more responsive. Combat is still very fun, especially when you get the hang of it. I found Nightwing best, followed by Red Hood, especially if you master his combos and abilities. I like how as you progress through the story, you begin to see new enemy types. So far, there is a decent amount of variety. Stealth is basically like the Arkham games, but it's more straightforward and simple. The enemy AI can be dumb and blind though. I'm not deep into the story, but it's really engrossing so far. The side villain arcs are actually cool side missions and also intriguing. Then he goes on to post things that he disliked about the game. One of the things that he did not like about the game was the movement. When walking or crouching can feel awkward and responsive at times. Also, the parkour and climbing buildings obstacles doesn't look good and feels awkward. And I hate the game's UI so much and just navigating the game menus, crafting and all that stuff. It's just not good at all and a headache in my opinion. Enemies are really spongy on the hardest difficulty, which led me to reduce it to medium and found the game more enjoyable. Now, it doesn't just end there. Down in the comments, we can see actually that he goes on and answers a lot of the questions that were asked him. And this is where it starts getting really juicy, guys. So one of the questions he was asked is, how long does it take to unlock the traversal ability for each character? And Almar replied by saying you can do it very early on. You just have to complete some tasks/challenges requested. And it's different for each character. Another question that was asked to him is, are there any tools to use in stealth or is it literally just takedowns? And Almar responded by saying you've got takedowns and you can use the environment a little bit. Like with Nightwing, I can shoot an electric circuit breaker with my darts. And if an enemy walks past, it will get electrocuted. It also attracts them if they're further away. Another Reddit user asked, how natural does patrolling for active crime feel? That's something that I think can make or break this type of game. While I love the Arkham games, it always seems very structured and repetitive. And Almar responded by saying it's very similar to Spider-Man. A Reddit user by the name of Fout said, great, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Is Gotham City big? If so, comparable to the map of which other games? And Almar responded by saying it's huge and it's honestly beautiful. And guys, honestly, hearing that freaking made me even more excited because I've always worried about Gotham Knights. It doesn't look like Arkham Knights, the Gotham. I'm not comparing each game, but I'm comparing the Gotham Knights, how beautiful it looked on Arkham Knights. So to hear that comment, that reply really increased my excitement for the game, guys. Now, another user that played the game as well says it's bigger than any other Gotham represented in video games before. That is another big plus for the game. Now, another Reddit user that also got their hands on the game early had this to say, drops in this game are all materials and crafting receipts. You barely get any straight away equipable stuff. There are 6 rarities of items. Common, uncommon, white, uncommon, green, rare, which is blue, and epic, which is purple. And then for the big dog, they got legendary yellow, and the big one, heroic orange. He goes on to say heroic items are the only items that drop that are equipable straight away, and they are worse than rare, but better than uncommon. Now, one of the best questions asked here was from a user called Far Cry Fan, which said, do not spoil anything, but is there more villains side quests than just Harley, Freeze, and Clayface? And Olimar responded by saying, it's just these 3, but these are meaty story arcs. So even though there's only 3 side story villain arcs, the fact that what I was hoping for was that these side villain stories were going to be meaty, like big and long. So after finding that out, really made me feel better about only having 3 villains. Now, another really good question here that I want to show to you guys here was from another Reddit user called Unity. And he says, Almar, if you read this overall during your gameplay, did the city feel empty? What are your impressions of the city's atmosphere? And thank you for sharing, man. It's good to read your impressions. And Almar responded by saying, I love the atmosphere. Gotham City looks amazing and vibrant. The city is not packed, but it doesn't feel dead. You frequently come across civilians and vehicles. Civilians comment based on the characters you pick as you pass by them. It feels perfect for Gotham City late at night. Someone also mentioned that most civilians stay in at night after they heard Batman is dead. So that is another big thing that I worried about. Was Gotham City going to be just empty, or was it going to feel like it was alive? And he clearly let us know that it is not packed with a whole bunch of people, but you definitely see civilians. And after they find out that Batman was dead, people don't want to go out no more. So if you're thinking like me, is Gotham City going to be completely dead at night? And the answer to that is it's not. A Reddit user called Mr. Poo Poo has said, how's online co-op? And Alma responded by saying, haven't tried co-op, but there is matchmaking and you can set your Gotham to public and joinable. A Reddit user by the name of Kung Fu Chicken asked, how would you score this game now that you're 10 hours in? Almar said, probably an 8. If the story ends up surprising me, probably bump it to an 8.5, guys. 8.5, that is crazy. That is crazy. We're getting other people in there that have been playing for like over 20-30 hours who are saying that they're putting it more like an 8, 7.5 to 8 range. But the fact that he's giving it an 8.5, or thinking about even giving it an 8.5 only 10 hours into this game, shows us that there's so much to do. He also explained to us that he's got so sidetracked that there's so much to do that he got sidetracked that he's really not really focusing on the Court of Owls storyline, because there's just so much more to do out there. So there you guys have it, guys. If you were on the fence about whether you should buy this game or not because of the game, if it was going to be good or not, so it's looking like this game is going to be amazing, guys. We saw that they gave it around an 8 out of 10. That is really, really good. It's setting very well with me. I'm loving that. You know, I've said in my past videos that if the game is at very least a 7, that is good. That would be good. Anything higher, that would be even amazing. And it's looking like it's gonna be that way. So it's exciting to see that they're getting an 8 out of 10 for Gotham Knights, and I cannot wait, guys. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification button to stay updated with all things Gotham Knights. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys next time.